Hi, I'm Stephen Wettenstein. This is Newsyish. Here's your news. China now controls over half of the $45 billion wind turbine market. This conglomerate is due partially to strict government regulations, but mostly because of the 1 billion strong mandatory 5 o'clock farting. Washington, D.C. tops the ranks for most literate cities, having the most well-read citizens of the 75 largest populations. This can be due to schools implementing teaching the ABCs through alcohol, booze, and crack cocaine. In an effort to beat the recession as well as help combat tax evasion, the country of Romania has begun to tax witches on their income from money they make through selling spells and consultations. Though many witches are cursing the new bill, the Romanian government is compromising by accepting currency in the form of heads of toads, breath of a toddler, and bridges to nowhere. Rapper Flavor Flav has opened the first Flav's Fried Chicken in Clinton, Iowa, causing local Iowans to ask one of two questions: where's the corn and where did all these black people come from? Playboy will begin producing a ladies' perfume because if your slutty nurse costume didn't get the message across, take a squirt of this before you take a squirt of something else. Chevrolet has designed a car that updates you on your friend's Facebook statuses. It's okay because listening to the guy you don't care about updating you on how shitty his day was is still better than the radio updating you on how shitty Lady Antebellum is. And they won like 1,000 Grammys. Bill Clinton was spotted in Miami celebrating Chad Ochocinco's 33rd birthday after the president also had lunch with Cameron Diaz and A-Rod. It is suspected that by hanging out with these younger stars, he's primarily just trying to convince the world that he's hip enough to hit on Miley Cyrus. A man in Ghana was arrested on suspicion of dealing narcotics and was later found concealing cocaine in his underpants and scrotum. Things just took a turn for the worse when the suspect said, "Don't worry, I just keep my crabs in a baggie." Melissa Petro, a former Bronx elementary school teacher, was fired after she admitted to formerly being a stripper and a prostitute. Confusion was added to the situation when it was discovered that Petro was teaching a class called Introduction to the Bronx: How to Make It as a Stripper and a Prostitute. Now, at a closer look, Drexel has been chosen to host the 2011 U.S. Open for squash because the 2008 Olympic trials for ping pong wasn't an obscure enough sport for us. Police are investigating a woman who was found dead in a Philadelphia hotel after an illegal silicone buttocks injection went wrong. You can't really blame the surgeon, though, because the woman did specifically specify she wanted an ass to die for. A shuttle has been routed to bring students from the main Drexel campus to the new Drexel Plasma Institute in Camden, New Jersey. Students are urged before they enter the bus, remember to bring their Drexel ID and a gun. The Sacramento campus just graduated its first batch of students, and we're going to check in with one of those students, our senior saucy Sacramento correspondent, Andrew Lee. Andrew.
Yeah, so it turns out a G string is not just a string on the guitar.
Andrew!
And oh, hey, Steve.
Dude, you're on the air.
Why?
Because for some insane reason, you just graduated. Congratulations. Come on, look at your hat.
Oh, this hat? Yeah, I got it at one of those trade thrift stores. I had to trade one of my hacky sacks. But good thing it wasn't my Grateful Dead 97 tour hacky sack. I would never do that.
Doesn't really explain if you actually graduated.
Graduate? Steve, I'm on the Sacramento academic plan, okay? I'm taking a class every other term, and I'm set to graduate in 2036. Except we're all going down in 2012, so I'm all set.
One class?
Every other term. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Steve. But it's an on year, so I've been studying pretty hardcore.
Wow, do I even want to know what your one class is?
It's bio.
Oh, well, biology. I underestimated you, Andrew.
Biodome, Steve. Biodome. We analyze and appreciate the Stephen Baldwin and Pauly Shore film, Biodome.
Well, that does make more sense.
Yeah, and it totally works with my major. It's like a Pauly Shore political science combo.
Is it called Polypolitical Science?
Yeah, but it's remedial. I'm no honors kid.
I think we know that.
There's Julio.
Okay, Andrew.
He's a lizard.
Dear God, we're going to leave you with that, Andrew. Always nice catching up with you. I'm Steven Wentenstein. That was Newsyish. Gonna kill myself now. This is so much fun. At least we finish quick and I can get that abortion.